Welcome you all. In this session, let us see the different types of thyristors which are available. So the thyristors are usually manufactured by the process of diffusion. So to turn on the thyristor, there are various methods, and for turn off process, it depends on what is the kind of supply. That is whether the supply is AC or DC. If it is AC, then the thyristor will turn off it by its own. The process we call it as natural commutation. If the supply is DC, then we need some external circuit, the components, so that the thyristor gets turned off. So that process we call it as post commutation. So depending on the construction, physical construction, the turn on and turn off behavior, the thyristors are mainly classified into following types. So the first one is phase control thyristor. Next is bidirectional phase control thyristor, fast switching thyristor, gate turn off thyristors, bidirectional triode thyristor, which is nothing but the triac. Next is reverse conducting thyristors, static induction thyristors, light activated silicon controlled rectifiers, FET controlled thyristors, MOS controlled thyristors, MOS turn off thyristor, emitter turn off thyristor, and integrated gate commutated thyristors. So all these types of thyristor will be used for different applications. Its rating differs, its construction wise also it is going to differ, and out of this GTOs and IGCTs are the one which are highly used in the high power applications. Let us see each of these thyristors in detail. So first coming to the phase control thyristor, as the name implies, this type of thyristor is basically fed, it operates at the line frequency, nothing but with an AC supply. So once the supply is AC, obviously it will turn off it by its own. That means the process is nothing but a natural commutation. So we know that the thyristor, how it is going to conduct. So there are different turn on methods, but mainly used is the thyristor conduction by applying the gate signal. So first, for the thyristor to conduct, the thyristor has to be in the forward conduction state, forward biased, and then on applying the gate signal, it moves from the forward blocking to the forward conduction state. And since the supply is AC, it will turn off it by its own. That is nothing but the anode current is reduced to 0. So most of the time, the turn off time is usually in the order of 50 to 100 microseconds. So in that, this phase control thyristor are mainly used for low speed switching applications, and this otherwise it is known as converter thyristor. Okay, and this thyristor, since it is made of silicon and it is a control device, we call it as a silicon controlled rectifier, SCR. So the on-state voltage drop is around 1.15 volt for a 600 volt to 2.5 volt for a 4000 volt device. Okay. There is some modern thyristor which has an amplifying gate. So this is a phase control thyristor. Okay. And this is the modern phase control thyristor, where you can see that there is an amplifying gate uh, which uses an auxiliary thyristor, and it is gated by the gate signal. So you don't apply the gate signal directly to the main thyristor, you apply it to the auxiliary thyristor, and then the amplified output of this TA is applied as a gate signal to the main thyristor. So this amplifying gate, the advantage is it permits high dynamic characteristics with the typical value of dV by dt, which is equal to 1000 volt per microseconds, and di by dt of 500 amps per microsecond. So this is preferred rather than the conventional one. So these thyristors are mainly used in DC to AC converters with the 50 or 60 hertz of main supply, and is cost effective. Okay, so the next next type of thyristor is bidirectional phase controlled thyristor. So this bidirectional phase controlled thyristor, BCT, is actually a new concept for high power phase control. So it is having the advantages of two thyristors in one package, so that it enables a more compact equipment design, and it increases the system reliability. So it is designed to meet the higher demands, keeping in mind the size, the reliability and the cost. So the application of this BCTs are in static volt ampere compensators, that is VAR, static switches, and in the starters of the motor. So the maximum voltage rating can be around 6.5 kilovolt at 1.8 kiloamperes, and the maximum current rating can be as high as 3 kiloamps at 1.8 kilovolts. So this electrical behavior of the BCT is similar to two thyristors connected in anti-parallel, similar to a triad. So each thyristor performs, say each thyristor conducts for half a cycle of the input. So only thing what we have to see is, we have to see the two thyristors which are connected in anti-parallel. We have to see the operating characteristics of both the thyristors. So the BCT usually has two gates, whereas TRIAC has one gate. So this has two gates, one for turning on the forward current and one for the turn off process, that is to apply the reverse current. So it will turn off if the anode current falls below the holding current due to the natural behavior of either the voltage or the current. Next is the fast switching thyristor, otherwise known as fast switching asymmetrical thyristor. As the name implies, these are used in high speed switching applications with forced commutation. Forced commutation means the supply is DC. So they have a faster turn off time, generally in the range of 5 to 50 microseconds depending on the voltage range, and the on-state voltage drop is inverse function of the turn off time. This type of thyristor is known as inverter thyristor. Okay, this thyristor is also known as inverter thyristor. So the dV by dt is 1000 volt per microsecond and di by dt is 100 amperes per microsecond. So this fast turn off and high di by dt, these two factors are very important to reduce the size of the components. Okay. So this inverter thyristors with very limited reverse blocking capability is also available, which has a turn off time of 3 and 5 microseconds. So these are available in various sizes. So these are the different fast switching thyristors which are variable in size as well as ratings. So the remaining types of thyristors we will see in the next video. Thank you.